You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes. Now your hosts, Cody Pennick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison.
Hey everybody, get ready to lose your sauce because it's the 100th episode of Nerd Overload. I'm Cody.
I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Samantha.
We have a great show for you this week. Thank you all for tuning in. 100 episodes. I can't believe it. It's amazing.
Centennial Nerddom.
I know. Whoever thought we would get this far. Anyway, hey, we have a bunch of news to go through, but first let's talk about some things we've been checking out.
We saw The Nice Guys a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah. That's the Shane Black one, right?
Yeah, Shane Black. It's got Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. It was really, really good. It was funny. It was a pretty good story. 70s buddy cop movie that's also a comedy.
Yeah, the trailers look really good.
I was getting a little confused because I remember there was like The Good Guys.
Not related.
A few years ago. Not related?
Not related
Okay.
at all. It's a series. It takes place in the 70s and it's very...
Like super 70s.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like, sometimes even the film looks like 70s.
Okay, so like film grain and like
Okay,
overexposed.
that's cool.
That's cool. But it's not a parody. It's a comedy,
No.
but it's not a
No,
parody.
no, it's not
Okay.
a parody.
It takes itself pretty seriously.
Okay.
I think,
But it's not. It's kind of pokes at the genre, but not to a point where it's like hokey.
Okay, so it's not Black Dynamite.
No.
no.
Okay.
I love that movie.
It's a great
It
movie,
is a
but
great
it's
movie.
yeah. Okay, well that's good. I like Russell Crowe and I like Ryan Gosling, but I never really picture them as like comedy.
Yeah.
A comedy team,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of.
Russell Crowe is pretty funny.
Ryan
He's like-
Gosling is
Oh
hilarious.
my god.
He's like this like bumbling alcoholic private investigator with a daughter who Nancy Drews it up the whole movie and helps him out.
Oh, that's great.
So she's kind of like Penny in Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, almost exactly.
Like, short blonde hair.
Oh, that's great.
Like going to all these places she shouldn't be with, like sneaking along with them to like a porn director's party. Like,
Like Russell Crowe's like the brawn and Gosling is the brains, kind of.
Gosling's daughter is the brains.
Well, they kind of work together. Is I think
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
mean
He definitely has some tricks up his sleeves, and
he's not completely inept,
Okay.
but he's pretty inept. And they crack some case about the Detroit auto industry stuff, emissions and smog.
Oh, okay.
apparently pulled some stuff from old crime novels.
Oh no, it is one of
Is
the. It
it?
was based on a hard case crime novel, which is a recent series of crime novels. Stephen King did a hard case crime.
Oh, okay.
book.
Okay.
Not this one, but he
Right.
did one.
Okay.
I'd like to read the book. It was good enough that I'd like to go back to the source material and see where it came from. But also, it was Shane Black did. What's the name of the?
He's done a bunch of movies.
Yeah, well, the buddy cop movie, the
Oh,
Lethal Weapon.
He did Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon, and it was produced by one of the Lethal Weapon producers.
Oh,
so
it was. Okay, so it's kind of
It's vaguely Lethal Weapon-esque if Lethal Weapon was funny.
right. Okay. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Shane Black. He did Iron Man 3, and that was more of a caper movie than anything. A lot of Iron Man out of suit.
Yeah. There's not a lot of Iron Manning going on in that.
Yeah.
Iron Manning.
But I'm a big fan of his work, so I'm glad this movie's
I don't know.
good.
You guys should watch it. I think you'd like it.
Yeah.
It's a good palate cleanser, I think, for if you're tired of like all the other movies, like superheroes, and it's just different. And it's really, really good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get out and see it, so that's good.
That's why we saw it. Is we were both like, I kind of want to see something that is A, not animated, or B, not superhero related. So we went and saw this movie, and it was an excellent palate cleanser.
Awesome. Well, speaking of movies that are both superheroes and kind of animated, I saw X-Men Apocalypse.
Hey, me too.
Hey, you want to talk about X-Men
Yeah, let's
Apocalypse?
talk about
Let's
it.
talk about
Let's
X-Men
rap about
Apocalypse. How many times can I say X-Men Apocalypse?
X-Men Apocalypse.
Awesome. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna say I liked it. It was okay. It was all right. It looked really good. I think the effects and the set design and everything looked really good.
Yeah.
I think about 75% of the cast did an excellent job in their role.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
It is appropriate that this movie was based around Apocalypse because like Apocalypse, this movie was huge and verbose and made very little sense.
Hey, how'd you like his list of very vague powers?
Oh, he had all of the powers that he needed, except for the ones that he wanted to steal from Professor X. That's the only power it seemed like he didn't have. In fact, he had a shade of Professor X's power, though. Didn't he? He could tell when other people were reading his mind and communicate that way, but he couldn't...
It's like he could sense powers being used.
Right.
Yeah, was kind of his thing.
But he couldn't actually use... He wanted Professor X's... Yeah,
he could, like, sniff out mutants. It was weird.
Yeah. This movie is a really excellent origin story for why Professor X is bald.
Yep.
That's kind of what this movie, the end point of this movie is. If you've ever wanted to know why Professor X doesn't have hair, this movie is why.
It's an epic tale of hair loss.
It kind of is. There was a dramatic hair loss scene in this movie.
What do you think of that kind of gratuitous violence in, like, the first, like...
There was quite a bit of gratuitous violence in this. Like, heads come off.
Yeah.
And do we want to spoil the extended cameo in the middle of this movie?
Oh, with Wolverine?
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Everybody knows he was in the movie.
Okay.
They teased him in the trailer.
Oh, that's
but
true.
he, like, straight up rips dudes apart.
Oh, yeah. He cuts people in half.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't talk. It's just a lot of screaming and grunting.
Well, it's immediately post Weapon X. Like, he gets broken out of the Canadian holding cell that he's in and just starts slashing people up.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But in the beginning of the movie, when they're still in Egypt, there's like a mutant that has like telekinetic power, and she straight up like folds dudes like freaking origami.
Yeah.
Like you can hear like their bones snapping and stuff.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's pretty rough.
Like I was sitting there, I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Like at first I thought it was bad when the dudes got burned up and like, singed to little cinders. No. The bone breaking was way worse.
Huh, the last movie wasn't that gratuitous.
This movie, well,
yeah, they set it up a little more. Ew.
Well, they saw that Deadpool was a little gratuitous at times, and
a little,
just a little bit,
and so they decided to implement some of that into this movie.
I mean, it's not
seems.
like it doesn't break the PG-13 rating.
No,
but
they would never in an X-Men movie.
Never.
No. I felt really bad for Magneto.
Yeah.
But I think I was supposed to.
Yeah, that was you were set up for that.
You got set up.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. I think the acting was for an X-Men movie, for the most part, everyone did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
The actress who played Jean Grey, she might as well have been a cardboard stand-up.
Yeah. Well, she's
in
all the promo stuff I've seen, like she's always making the same dumb face.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like...
It's like, what's her name that plays Laurel on Arrow?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot like that.
Kate Cassidy. She always makes the same face.
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
And the thing is that...
She's on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing is that actress is on Game of Thrones, and she's good on that, from what I understand. But in this, she's just... There's nothing there, and...
Not really.
I will say, the kid who played Cyclops was incredibly whiny, and I hated him.
Isn't that about
That's
accurate?
about accurate for Cyclops.
Yep. I really like the girl who played Storm.
She did an excellent job, and I'm glad she's going to be coming back for the next one.
And I love the fact I liked the fact we have a Storm with an accent now.
Yes, we do have an African
That's
Storm,
great.
which is good. Yeah, Olivia Munn looked like
Psylocke. Yeah.
Like Psylocke, but that's about as far as that goes.
She didn't really talk.
No.
She really had no real motivation.
No, there was zero motivation for her joining up with Apocalypse.
Wow.
Like zero motivation.
What'd you think of them killing Angel?
If that was the version of Archangel that we were going to get, I'm okay with it. He looked like Ted from Bill and Ted.
He kind of did.
With wings.
Yeah, like when
A
they
winged
shaved his
Ted.
hair and stuff. Yeah.
I did like how they were blaring heavy metal music during his transformation from Angel to Archangel when his wings turned to metal and stuff. They were like, screaming guitar licks and stuff because he was getting drunk in like the back room of a club or something like
no,
that.
It was like a church.
It was like a church.
Like an
and
abandoned church.
That's right. It was an abandoned church, and he had like a boombox. I was just like,
he had gotten hurt earlier in the movie, and his wings got singed,
so he couldn't really fly.
He couldn't really fly well.
Yeah.
So that's what Apocalypse is like. I'll fix it.
Yeah. Oscar Isaac, for what he was given,
Yeah,
and the way he was that he was told to portray Apocalypse. He did a pretty good
it was
job.
all right, yeah.
I wish they would have modulated his voice down to sound like the cartoon,
A little bit, yeah.
because that is my definitive Apocalypse
Also, the
voice.
fact that the only time he really had powers like Apocalypse in the comic was when he was like having his little psychic battle with Xavier.
Yeah, and that none of that was actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a bit rough.
It was.
I heard this description from another podcast. The Super Sentai Brothers is actually another podcast I listen to. Really good stuff. They're based out of Cleveland. Really cool guys. Go check them out. But the way the one guy described it was it's like if the scriptwriter was taking his script to the director's house and the script got caught in an updraft and a couple of pages flew away and everything else got scattered and the scriptwriter had to pick everything up super quick and put it together and that was the script that was made, because everything just was kind of all over the place and things would happen with no explanation.
And the pacing was just weird.
Everything was... I'm so tired of Bryan Singer making every X-Men power... Like, every X-Men secondary mutation is to make time slow down. Like, everything is in slow motion. Storm's lightning was in slow motion. Magneto's powers were in slow motion. The optic blasts were in slow motion. Everything was in slow motion in that final battle.
He saw Boondock Saints and thought it was really cool.
Well, I'm telling him maybe not so cool. That is... I'm so tired of just slow... because it was supposed to be like...
that.
Yeah, well... It's Bryan Singer's X-Men is a remnant of the pre-Marvel Studios superhero movies.
Post-Matrix world.
Yeah. So he's still using filming tricks from the first and second X-Men movies. And those movies were made like 20 years
which
ago.
They themselves were stolen from the Matrix.
Exactly. So
I will say, I still love Quicksilver.
I like Quicksilver. His motivation was paper thin.
Oh, definitely.
They did the exact same. You saw Days of Future Past, right? Okay, so what was your favorite scene with Quicksilver in that?
Yeah, the one scene with him where
they do that twice.
Oh wow!
In this one,
you like that?
Where he just kind of walks around with music playing in the background.
Twice. I only remember the one time.
Yeah, he does. He does it a couple times. Where it's like everything slows down and he's just kind of walking through a scene with music playing in the background and he kind of does this and he does that. It's the exact same thing lifted from the other movie, but it's extended by about 5 minutes.
I like the part where he's saving everybody from an explosion.
It's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fun.
There's like
but
a part where he's like just walking through the mansion. He moonwalks through a room.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's funny. It's definitely a highlight of this movie, but it's straight up lifted from the previous one.
I know.
They definitely do Quicksilver better than friggin' Marvel Studios.
I agree.
Terrible one they killed.
Well, I feel that they went into that knowing that they weren't going to keep Quicksilver.
Yeah.
So they were going to get rid of him. Like, they didn't care.
Yeah. Beast makeup still looks bad.
Yep. I wish he was a little bulkier.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer and I thought that.
It's like Beanpole Beast. It's just not right.
Beanpole Beast.
Yeah, and they made up such a stupid excuse how he's only like in his beast mode at the very end because he's made himself special pills that allow him to look like a human.
Well, they kind of explained that in the last one.
It's dumb though. It's not who he is.
I know.
It's
I know.
I feel like he would be proud of his mutantness. That's kind of who he.
I mean,
he
Kelsey
is.
Grammer
That's
Beast
how.
is.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer Beast was like way into how he was.
Yeah.
A
I mean, he
blue
wears
furry man.
3-piece suit with his blue face.
Yeah.
He spends a lot of the first season of the cartoon in prison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot he got arrested at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he stays there in protest of the treatment of mutants. Like he's very into being a mutant.
Yeah.
And being proud of it.
Yeah. Well, not this version. No, definitely not this version.
Especially after the first movie, that whole tagline of "mutant and proud," crap like that.
And okay, so I gotta choose my words kind of gently here. I really like Jennifer Lawrence. I really like Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique. Mystique is a bad guy.
Yeah, I know.
Why has this run of X-Men movies decided that she is the mutant savior? She is revered as like the number one top superhero of the X-Men world. in this movie.
Because she's
And-
played by Jennifer
And by the
Lawrence.
end of this movie, she is leading the X-Men. Like,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
movie is about one of the subplots is Professor X doesn't want to train kids as he wants
be
it to be a
soldiers.
school. He doesn't want soldiers. Well, by the end of the movie, Mystique has convinced him, "Hey, we're going to go ahead and make child soldiers for you." And she is leading and training the X-Men. It's something about that just rings false to me. And I don't know if that's because I'm a comic book reader and I'm stuck in my ways and whatever, but it just
maybe
Mystique's a bad guy.
And maybe they're setting up
not
a-
that long ago in the last movie, she was trying to kill Trask.
Yeah, she's a bad guy, and here she is leading the X-Men and being, the
A beacon.
yeah.
maybe they're setting up a double cross for the next movie. I don't know.
Who
Or
knows?
some horrible tragedy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But it's dumb.
Now I didn't get a chance to see the after credits scene.
Oh, you didn't?
No. So what did I miss?
Okay. Well, they go back to the Weapon X facility,
Okay.
and there's like dudes with vacuum cleaners cleaning up, the copious amounts of bullet casings that didn't stop Wolverine.
Okay.
And there's a guy with a suitcase walking in, and you see him taking all the research stuff from Weapon X,
All right.
from Wolverine.
Mhm.
His, X-rays and things like that, and vials of his blood.
All right.
And when they close the suitcase, there's a little metal plate on it that says Essex Industries or Essex Corp or whatever.
Oh, that's bad news.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Essex.
Nathaniel Essex is Mr. Sinister, who is
Oh.
glam rock Dracula,
Yeah.
basically.
Who loves messing with DNA.
He loves messing with DNA, and
And
he's obsessed with Jean Grey and Cyclops having a child
Yes.
because he really, really wants that to happen.
But I think they also possibly might be setting up X-23.
That's probably what they're going to do instead of, because Wolverine is the star of the X-Men universe
And
in the
he's
movies.
as of right now, I mean, things could change because it's, Hugh Jackman and everything. But they are talking about he's going to be done after Wolverine 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if he pops up as cameos every now and again, but will be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see them going X-23. X-23 was a clone of Wolverine.
Clone kind of daughter.
Kind of.
She's not a complete clone.
Right.
Because they only had partial DNA, and they took what DNA they had and implanted it into a host and gave birth to the child.
Basically,
it's
Summer
Lady Wolverine.
Lady Wolverine. Basically, Summer Glau with Wolverine claws is how she was drawn, and how she's continued to be drawn.
Now that you're talking about it, she did look like Summer Glau.
Yep.
They had this river thing going on.
with 2 claws on her fist and 1 on her foot.
Yep, but she doesn't really use
so she can cut you while she kicks you.
Yeah, but she doesn't really use the feet claw.
Not really anymore. No, not so much
And she's
because it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, and she's the current Wolverine in the comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're definitely talking about wanting to do X-Force. Might check it out.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go for it.
I mean, X-Men was kind of a pseudo check it out for me.
Yeah. Go see it if it comes to a dollar theater.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend big bucks on it, but
No,
yeah, I would go see it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Speaking of not spending big bucks, I went and saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows.
Ooh. How was it?
Better than the first one.
Not hard.
Not
to
hard.
believe.
No.
That's not a ringing endorsement.
No, I mean, there are parts I enjoy. I mean, it's still dumb.
But sure.
It's
Still-
turtles. It's gonna be dumb.
Yeah,
but
I think they might have did something with their faces a little bit.
Okay.
Like they looked a little better, not quite as
yeah, I
Shrek.
can kind of
Yeah.
Not
see that
quite
in the
as Shrek-like.
trailers.
I can kind of see it. Yeah.
There's a lot of profile shots where they kind of show that their heads are turtle-y.
So they kind of made their faces a little more animated.
A little bit, yeah.
By the third movie, maybe they'll look like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Bebop and Rocksteady were easily the best parts of the movie.
I kind of saw
They were
that coming.
dumb. They were dumb, but it was the right kind of dumb, maybe, because they're just dumb characters.
How did professional wrestler Sheamus do in acting? How did he act? Was he okay?
Very animated.
Oh, that's good at least.
Very animated.
That's good.
They were definitely playing on the cartoon versions of Bebop and Rocksteady.
And that's probably the best way to do it.
That's like practically the only versions of them. They don't show up a lot in the.
Right. Well, they're
they're in the comics now.
They're in
Yeah.
the current comic
But
run.
they weren't originally. They
No,
were created
no,
for
to
the
sell
cartoon.
toys.
Right.
They were created to sell toys.
You could argue that with the whole. Well, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was initially a parody, but
It was.
Shredder is a man instead of a mech
robot.
suit.
That's good. Glad to hear that.
Tyler Perry is weird as Baxter Stockman. He's just a character. He's so much of a character.
Well, Baxter Stockman is a weird character to begin with.
yeah.
Does he become a fly?
Nope.
Ah, what a bummer.
But he does get spirited away to the Foot Clan's Tokyo headquarters.
Okay, so he'll become a fly eventually.
Maybe. Yes.
Medea in Help Me, I'm a Fly.
Krang was
hallelujah,
weird.
I'm a fly.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Do Buzz all by myself.
nailed it.
That's the good one. There it is.
Krang was weird
Good.
and gross.
Did he have the cartoon voice?
Ish.
going to get the turtles.
Not quite.
No,
I mean, yeah, there
nothing
was
like
some
that?
there were
Okay.
some gurgles and stuff. He did
Okay,
have
that's
kind of a
good.
weird voice.
That's good.
He was voiced by.
I wonder how Fred Armisen was going to do it, because I
Yeah,
know
it doesn't really sound like him.
it's not. They booted him at the last minute.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I thought it was still him.
Let me make sure, but I'm pretty sure they booted him at the last minute and changed it.
Huh. Okay.
But he like berates Shredder the entire time they're talking,
That's like the cartoon.
like slapping him in the face with his tentacles.
Like the cartoon.
There's
I
not.
always thought that if they were going to do a good Krang robot would have been Brian Posehn because he looks just like the Krang robot.
Yeah.
Krang robot looks like a buff Zippy the Pinhead.
Hey, a little bit that too.
I mean, it's weird. Not a.
Are the turtles the worst part of this movie,
No.
or at least their design the worst part of this movie?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
They definitely developed their character a little bit better.
Good. They needed to do that.
They definitely had a little more personality.
Good.
Like a lot of the motivation for at least Michelangelo anyway is fitting in with people.
Every time
okay.
I click on the Ninja Turtles button, it plays an ad for Harry Potter. I don't know why. There we go. Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett. Raymond.
They cut Fred Armisen and replaced it with friggin' Brad Garrett.
with Raymond Barone's brother.
Huh. Well, now I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good.
Shredder.
Everybody loves Krang.
Their personalities were better.
Good. How was Megan Fox?
Megan Fox.
Okay.
I heard the schoolgirl outfit thing there's no reason for it.
Pretty much.
No, there's
Pretty
one
much.
reason for it.
But
it's
it's
not
a pervert.
The story-wise for that stupid scene is she's tailing someone who is working for the Shredder, or at least connected.
And is way into schoolgirls.
Well, she's tailing him, and there's a bunch of these like schoolgirl girls like kind of heckling guys in the train station or something. So she hurry ups and like mid-tailing like switches outfits to look like these girls. And
To
like,
look like Britney Spears circa 1998.
yep, hit me baby one more time.
Yeah.
Yep. But basically to steal, like, was it Baxter Stockman's phone or something to get like Foot Clan files or something stupid.
Now, I've seen toys for this. Does the Technodrome show up in this movie?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
now I got to see it.
like
Now I got to spend money on
like
it.
it's like coming out in pieces through this rift from Dimension X.
They actually name check Dimension X?
No, they didn't. They didn't. But it's like it's another dimension. They do say it's
Okay.
another dimension,
Okay. At least they say that.
and it's coming through in pieces because it's so big.
Mm.
And as it's forming into a big sphere in the sky.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then Krang is like you know talking about leveling the city or something, and like flips the switch, and this big cannon comes out the bottom, but out the top is a big freaking eyeball,
Okay.
like the old one.
Oh, nice.
And I was like I was sitting there, I was like bored. I'm like, man, this looks like something out of Transformers. This is something out of Transformers. Blink. I'm like, pretty much.
That's cool. I might have to go see this movie now.
Yeah, I mean it's leaps and bounds better than the first one,
Mm-hmm.
but again, not hard. Go see it cheap.
Yeah.
Go see it cheap or rent it on Redbox, whatever. When it eventually comes out. My other check it out was I finally, because Zootopia came out on Blu-ray,
Okay.
and I bought it.
Nice.
We need to buy it still.
It's so good.
Is it?
Like the things it says about like prejudice and like racism and really heavy tones, and I was like, oh my god, this movie is amazing.
It's really, really good.
Like Judy Hopps is fun and awesome. Like all the voice work is great. J.K. Simmons is the mayor of Zootopia. He's the big lion guy.
Bellwether was my favorite character.
Huh?
Bellwether was my favorite
Oh,
character.
yeah.
Jenny Slate voices
Oh
her.
my
She's
God.
great.
Assistant Mayor Bellwether. Yeah, little sheep girl.
Nice.
I want to pet her.
But no, I just really, really enjoyed the movie. Like
It's adorable.
I do not regret buying it
No.
like at all.
Cool.
It is definitely like Disney's really stepping it up in their animation. Like you have like, Tangled, which was really good. And you had like Big Hero 6 was amazing. Frozen was money making. Zootopia, legit story.
You forgot Wreck-It Ralph,
Oh yeah.
which
was amazing.
was good.
It is also
was-
amazing.
it was real
It's
good.
definitely, yeah. Another thing with this one, and it's kind of similar to like say like Wreck-It Ralph and Big Hero 6, is there aren't really like musical numbers. There's
But
pretty
that's
much
good.
like a central theme that plays, but that's about it.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Like there's like a pop star that the whole city is obsessed with called Gazelle.
Oh, that's Shakira.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
do know that.
Yep. And then the whole end credit scene is a concert for her.
You know my favorite characters?
Who?
The two tigers in the little shorts.
4 of them.
Is
There's
there
4 of them.
The
Her backup
buff,
dancers.
The buff tigers, backup dancers.
Look at my line background.
Yep. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, they wear like shiny, like purple, like hot pants
I love it.
as they're dancing around.
Uh,
But no, it's seriously a really, really good movie.
cool. I need to see it. I need to rent it or something. Well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break here, and when we get back, we'll talk about some news.
Nerd Overload is sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes. MB Subculture is the one-stop shop for all your geeky needs, from comics and collectibles to unique custom costumes, masks, makeup, and more. MB Subculture is located at 127 South Sandusky Avenue in downtown Bucyrus, 419-562-0404, and online at subcultureoh.com. Hey, we're back. That was Nerd Alert by the Aquabats. We played that because, we opened our first episode
With Aquabats
with
music.
the Aquabats music, and we thought, hey, why not? What the heck?
Call back.
Yeah. So let's get into some of this news. Cody, I know you're chomping at the bit. Let's talk about some of this LEGO Dimensions 2 news.
Me being the one here that owns Lego Dimensions and still regularly plays it. I still regularly get a pack and build one.
Yeah, now I imagine you're going to want to grab these packs and do that too. Now, I don't know if LEGO Dimensions 2, if you have to buy a portal or
I
anything
don't
like
think
that.
so, no.
Okay, that's good.
But this is the second wave, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the second wave. Well, an
Well,
Italian...
It's technically like the 10th wave or something,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well, an Italian game site leaked images of like the next big wave of things, and I've hidden it from you.
yeah,
So
I have not seen them.
So this is live
my-
reactions
yeah.
to this. Okay. All right. So we have, first off,
Mr. T
Mr.
and the A-Team van. That's pretty rad.
yep.
That's the one I saw.
There's been rumors of that for a long time. Oh man, Lady Ghostbusters and it's a whole new set for your portal.
Yeah.
It's instead of having the big portal thing, there's a little Ghostbusters
Oh my god.
building that sits on your portal. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a complete story pack.
Cool.
So Ghostbusters play the complete movie. So it's like the whole thing.
So it's almost like a
wow.
Ghostbusters game.
Yeah,
inside the Lego
That's
Dimensions.
awesome, and it's
So
got
that's new.
was that Abby Yates and
It
the
is.
Ecto one?
Yep, the new Ecto one. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Adventure
Yes!
Time.
Yes.
That's cool.
Wait, 2 vehicles?
Yeah, some of them come with 2 vehicles.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's Jake Carr and the
It's like
tandem and the psychic tandem war elephant.
Yep, that's that one.
Is it a level pack? Yeah, new
It's
game
a
level.
pack, and there's another level pack where you
Oh my
get a
God.
little tiny BMO
Ah!
and Jake the dog and
LSP, and what I'm assuming is her car.
yep, that's that one.
That's
pretty
cool. Harry Potter.
Yep.
Not a big surprise. I figured there was going to be Harry Potter.
Eventually, yeah.
It's got Harry, and is that Voldemort?
That's Harry and Voldemort
That's
with
weird.
the living car and the Hogwarts Express
That's pretty cool.
Yep, and then the last one here.
Oh, it's a team pack, so there's not going to be a Harry Potter level.
Right. Mission Impossible.
Huh.
Huh.
Ethan Hunt and a couple of spy cars.
Probably won't buy that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks kind of cool. It's interesting. I would play through the Mission Impossible levels with like other characters.
Yeah. A little tiny Lego Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Now, if only it came with a little tiny couch for him to jump on.
I know,
you could
right?
build that.
Yeah, you can do
You
that.
could use the double-decker couch set.
Oh, there we
from
go.
the Lego movie.
I wonder if they have like a little Easter egg if you do that. That would be great. Okay, so yeah, that's what they've leaked so far.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be more than that. But
I'm kind of
I'm
surprised
sure there
by
are too.
2 Adventure Time packs.
Yeah.
it's actually right in line with those leaked codes that from a while ago.
Oh, really?
A while
AT.
ago. Yeah. They leaked a bunch of like retail codes
Mhm.
and it was just like 2-letter codes.
Okay.
And one of them was AT and we're like, is that going to be Adventure
Some people were
Time?
thinking it was more the A team because one just said Mr. T, but
But I said there's no way that's
No.
more A-Team. They're not going to do more than one A-Team because no kid is going to want to play with the A-Team. They don't know
No,
what it is.
no one will.
I'm like, it's probably Adventure Time. And it was.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I
Yeah.
hope that opens the gates for more Adventure Time, just regular Legos.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
I'm excited about the Ghostbusters. I don't
Yeah.
know what they're going to do with
Yeah,
that
that's
whole
nuts.
like base thing. That's really cool.
It must be like a whole a standalone Lego game of the movie, and that's rad.
Yeah.
It's a way of getting around to having to publish a new game
Yeah.
all the time.
I wish they'd do that with Doctor Who. Because that Doctor Who level is the best one of all the Lego Dimensions.
Really. That's cool. I've been looking into picking up Lego Dimensions a little bit.
Me too.
I saw
My
on-
collector mentality is kind of chomping at the bit at it.
I saw barely used versions of it all the way down to like $42 online. And if I can get it under 40, I'm going to pick it up.
I like
think.
it a lot. It's really
Yeah.
fun. I mean, it's fun to just get to build a little Lego every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
And the game's fun. I mean, it's traditional Lego game, but
Yeah.
it's still sometimes that's all you want.
That's traditional Lego game. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's,
and
it's
always
good.
they're always like a cool property.
Yeah.
Like intellectual property you get to play with.
And for me, they've put out like every member of the Justice League, like
Yeah.
the whole team at this point. So I can just go in and
And there's The Simpsons.
there's the Simpsons. The Midway pack has become way more available.
Yeah,
it's
isn't there
everywhere.
isn't there like another like arcade pack coming out?
I
I
don't
would
know.
surprise me.
Yeah. They covered a lot of the Midway catalog just in that one set.
Now it makes me wonder. They've only released these 6. It makes me wonder if down the road they're going to get Star Wars and Marvel characters into this.
I hope so. Since
I don't
Disney
know, with
Infinity's
Force Awakens
dead.
coming out. I don't know.
But the thing is, Disney Infinity is not a thing anymore. So that could.
True. And Disney actively, like, that's what they want to do with video games now is license them out. So.
Yeah, and they've the Marvel Lego standalone games and the Star Wars Lego standalone games they sell just massive amounts of those.
Oh, yeah.
So
Because
I
they're
don't know.
good.
Mhm.
The last Avengers one was not very good. I didn't like
But
it.
they sold a ton of them.
Yeah.
So.
It just after Lego Marvel superheroes that had the whole Marvel Pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right word? I don't know.
Pantheon.
Pantheon. And then it goes to like this limited like characters that could be in the MCU, like small. It just
Yeah.
felt like there was no point to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you can get to play through one good Avengers movie and one not so good.
Right.
Like it's not worth it.
Gotcha. But no, they're all pretty cool, and
I'm kind of surprised they're doing the A Team. It's a weird. It's a deep cut.
it is a deep cut.
I want that van though.
That's
the little
yeah.
Lego 18 van. It's rad.
Yeah, that's
Well,
really
Mr.
cool.
T. I mean, it's freaking Mr. T.
Of course. Yeah, I just want a little Mr. T figure to set
Yeah.
around. That's that's the way to do it.
They're so good at like picking things for kids and then picking things for
Not
dorks
kids.
like me. Yeah, because like the
Big kids.
last set, it's like, oh, Doctor Who, Ghostbusters. Like,
Back
Well,
to the Future.
Hey,
Yeah.
while we're talking about video games, let's do this one super quick. Mortal Kombat Studios or whatever, NetherRealm Studios.
NetherRealm, they don't want to be known as just Mortal Kombat,
Of course
even though
not.
their logo is friggin' Scorpion.
Of course. They released a cinematic teaser trailer for Injustice 2, the beat 'em up game where the Justice League all beats the tar out of each other. Quick thoughts? Anything beyond it looks okay?
I mean, Injustice, the original was all right,
It was just okay.
and then this one will probably be just okay.
Yeah.
more the same.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's that like overly gritty punch 'em up universe, not unlike Batman v Superman, but for some reason it works more in this game.
It does.
well, it's in their universe. It's a dark turn because in the first one, Joker tricks
Yeah, that's
Superman and basically ends up killing Lois, and so he goes off the deep end.
the game story mode was not very good.
No,
in the first Injustice, and I don't imagine this one will be good either. It is kind of interesting. Every character shown in the trailer, and there's no gameplay. It's all CG animated. Every character has like a powered up form. It seems like they
all
put
have
on like
battle armor.
extra battle armor that flips
Like at one
on
point, like
point.
Superman like puts on battle armor, and I'm like,
As
why?
Supergirl does. That did Superman?
Superman does as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Supergirl was teased. She wasn't in the other game.
Right, and it seems like that's going to be the main gimmick for this game. You're going to build up a meter and then probably
Armor.
have a limited time where you have armor, and it's not going to look as good as the cinematic trailer. So,
No.
but I got the first game for like $10
Yeah,
on
I
sale,
mean, it was-
super sale, and
it
I'll
was
probably wait until
fun.
it's fun for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
It's $10 worth of fun.
I gameflied it,
Yeah.
enjoyed the couple weeks I played it, and then sent it back.
Yeah. So when this Injustice 2 invariably will be $10 on super duper sale, I'll probably pick it up then too.
What characters are there left that they haven't used other than Supergirl? Like, there was a lot of characters
There
in the
were
first
quite
one.
a few.
Even Lobo's in the first one.
Yeah, he was a DLC.
They already did Batgirl. I think Zatanna.
Mm-hmm.
What there isn't really like they're gonna have to cut real deep.
They're still going to have
Ambush
to.
Bug.
Yeah.
Gritty ambush bug.
Oh, that would be the worst. I would hate it. I would hate it so
Granny
much.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Big Barda.
Yeah, see that's where they would go. They could
Barda,
do.
they could get Barda. Yeah.
They can go to the fourth world stuff with
Yeah.
Darkseid and
Probably a
all of
bunch
them.
of ring bearers, Green Lantern
yeah.
characters.
Well, no, they're
Dexstar.
really not as big now as they were back then. They could
I want
they could
Dexstar.
maybe bring Atrocitus in, the Red Lantern
Yeah.
because
Kilowog.
he just looks like a monster.
Yeah.
Kilowog.
Kilowog, I guess. Yeah.
No, I want Dexstar. I want to tear people up as a little Red Lantern kill kitty.
All right. Well, let's keep on a trucking. Hey, you know what? Justice League. There's a new animated JLA show coming to
Cartoon
Cartoon Network soon. Looks good.
I originally was not. The one image we got a long time ago was I was kind of on the art style, but seeing that splash pic of like a bunch of characters, I'm more okay with it now.
Well, that's for kids.
Yeah, I
guess
guess
that.
Because a lot of people have been complaining about the way it looks, and I'm like, well, when you get down to it, it's for kids, so it's
Yeah,
not for
just
you.
relax. And they're going to be put out in 2 11-minute. It's a half-hour block with 2 11-minute stories.
Yeah.
And that's cool. The art style look. We were talking before the show. It looks like a cross between the Bruce Timm and kind of those
Superhero Squad.
super blocky action figures that you see in the stores, and that's cool. The lineup is interesting
It's basically anybody they want to use.
for the most part. The teaser image that kind of was leaked a little bit looked like Swamp Thing was in it. That's cool. I can always do some Swamp Thing.
That's definitely a deep one for a cartoon for kids.
If you want to talk about a deep one, there's one that looks an awful lot like Space Cabbie, who is a 1960s character. He was a cabbie
In space.
In space. That's his thing.
As opposed to a dandy guy in space.
So that's there. I mean, they can get as deep a cut as they want in this, I suppose.
The other thing about people complaining about the art style, it's like there are still animated movies for adults that look
Yeah,
like
I picked up that Bad Blood and I finally watched it.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And then right there at the end, it's
know,
it's freaking
Burnside Batgirl.
Burnside Batgirl, and I was like, what?
Where's that movie?
Yeah, I know, right?
Coming soon is
Probably.
where it is.
Probably.
It's coming soon.
That's
Oh,
what it felt
did
like
you-
a teaser for
Mhm.
it.
Did you see that
The
Killing Joke is
Joke's
going
gonna
to
be
be like a
theaters?
limited theater release?
I want to see it in
Yeah,
theaters. That'd be
I kind
rad.
of do too. That would be really good.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah, I
And-
don't care for the story too much, but it would be. It's popular enough, and
Mark Hamill's
Yeah.
gonna friggin' kill it.
Oh, he
so
is.
it'll be worth it just to
And
see Mark
Joke.
Hamill.
Isn't going to be introducing it too?
Yeah, there's gonna be an introduction clip from Mark Hamill
Oh,
in
cool.
front of the theatrical release.
that's
Okay.
really cool. Yeah, we need if it comes here close, we need to
It is.
Yes.
figure that out. It is.
I
Oh, it
looked
is?
it up. Yeah,
Gateway?
both the Marcus and Rave are gonna have it.
Oh,
Really?
really? Oh, wow.
Well, it's
Wow,
a
I'm
Fathom event. They always do.
I'm,
Oh,
re-
okay,
I'm
that's
really
true,
surprised Gateway didn't snag it.
They might have. I don't know. I didn't look past the theaters we usually go to.
Okay.
Well, cool.
Road trip.
Do we want to keep
Yeah, let's
talking about
let's keep talking about
DC superhero stuff? There's a lot of it this week.
on here.
Yeah, I didn't really realize that until now.
DC show.
Yeah. So Supergirl is going to be on CW. We know that.
Woo!
And they're looking to cast a bunch more DC characters for the series,
Which is fine.
yeah, I'm into it. It looks like we're not going to get Lex Luthor, but we are going to see his sister.
Smex Smoothor.
Yeah. Yeah. Her name Lena Luthor, which is a
Always-
character from the
Always LLs.
yeah.
Well, actually, in the Red Sun comic, they basically, in that universe or whatever, Earth eventually becomes Krypton, and all the L's are actually descendants of Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
It was a weird little thing.
It was a weird thing, yeah. But so yeah, they're going to cast Lena Luthor as kind of a rival and semi-antagonist rival kind of character, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Beyond that, we're getting a character named Nick Farrow, the son
Nick
of
Fury.
Nick Fury. Yes. Yes, right. No, Nick Farrow, the son of a famous reporter who comes to work for Catco and is looking to make a name for himself in the news world, but the question of whether he can leave behind his former selfish and hedonistic ways will constantly arise. So in other words, now that the son of the Toy Man is no longer part of the love triangle with Kara and Jimmy Olsen, they are introducing another character to enter into the love triangle.
That's the one thing I'm really sad about. I love the fact that they're bringing Supergirl to CW and kind of keep all the DC shows within the fold. Mm-hmm. Well, the DC shows that survived anyway.
Yeah. Is it the CWification of
Yes.
of Supergirl?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the thing that makes me sad.
It was already pretty close.
It was getting there, but yeah, this one's going to jump it
As
over
long
the
as it
edge.
kind of stays more on the flashy end of the spectrum,
I hope so.
I would, instead of the arrow end of the spectrum.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it won't,
yeah,
it
it
won't
will.
go that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, let's
I love in the Flash crossover. Kat says something along the lines of "you." They're all standing in one room
Mm-hmm.
with Barry, and she's like, "Y'all look like the multicultural cast of a CW show."
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good.
And now they are. a
And now they
CW
are.
show.
Yeah. Okay, other characters. The Doctor.
I'm not gonna touch
No, no, not
Too
that.
easy.
Not that. The Doctor. No, they're introducing Project Cadmus into this season,
Oh,
which is
okay.
kind of a big deal. Which means
Yeah.
clones. It means clones.
Yep.
that. Maybe Power Girl.
Probably.
Yay.
I wouldn't be surprised. So they haven't named this character, but it's like the head of Project Cadmus.
So the head of Project Cadmus is Doctor Who.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought the head of Cadmus was Waller.
She funded it.
Did she?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the last one is a character named Maggie, a lesbian detective, who is probably going to be
Maggie, lesbian detective.
Well, in the comics,
The question.
No, not the question, but in the comics, for a while the chief of police in Metropolis was a character named Maggie Sawyer, who was the girlfriend and later wife of Batwoman.
Oh, right.
So this
Okay.
is probably who this is.
Are they gonna pull Batwoman into the show? Are they?
That's what I'm wondering,
That would
because
be
that
really
would be
cool.
really really cool.
That would be cool because she's not utilized at all.
No, well, because the general populace, they don't really distinguish between Batwoman and Batgirl.
Even though
They
they're
kinda
two
hear the
completely
two-
different characters.
Two completely.
Especially after Batwoman becomes a vampire.
Yeah, that was weird.
She was really cool in that Bad Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, but it seemed, but that's good that they're kind of introducing some of these other characters. That's cool. Yeah. That's
It's almost like they're, with these characters and stuff, bringing in Cadmus and
Luthor's.
Luthor's, and now the possible girlfriend of Batwoman. It's almost like they're trying to build their own Justice League with ancillary characters connected to the main ones. So,
Okay.
we've got Supergirl
Yeah.
with Cadmus that could either bring in Power Girl or Superboy.
Yeah. Good. They were both clones.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then with though I thought Power Girl was
Power
from another
Girl was
dimension.
Power Girl was the Earth 2 Supergirl that
Yes.
that got trapped on this one, but
Yeah.
it would be easier to explain.
Yeah, And
as
in one of the animated ones, they
She's a
kind
clone.
of
Power
yeah.
Girl was a clone. Yeah.
They they never outright say that it's Power Girl, but it's basically like
She has
bad
the same.
guy
She has
Power Girl.
she has the same costume.
Yeah.
And Cadmus was part of that. And then having Batwoman gives you a Batman character
Sure.
for your CW shows who isn't the Arrow.
Good point. That's a very good point.
I mean, it's brand recognition is what it is.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
You've got your supers, you've got your bats. I wouldn't be
missing Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
but
we're missing an
I don't know-
Amazon.
I don't know how they would do that.
Wonder Girl
Wonder
Artemis.
Girl.
or Artemis. Yeah.
It's interesting that Supergirl was already really good about pulling in B-list and obscure
Oh yeah,
characters.
like Martian Manhunter and
Also, they said Superman's going to show up in the second
And the
season.
In
and
the first
supposedly it's
episode-
going to be
Tom Welling.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm into it. That's cool.
He's
I'm
old
just
enough
glad
now.
People shut up about Superman showing up on
Yeah.
Supergirl. It's not
Yeah, he's actually supposed to be like in the premiere of the second season.
because that was half the reviews when it first came out, where people going, "Where's Superman?" And it's like, it's called Supergirl.
You have movies. You have movies with Superman. Just let this be.
You have the adventures of Lois and Clark to go back to.
It's like this story isn't about Superman;
Exact-
it's about Supergirl.
Exactly. So
It's like
Where's Superman?
and it's not like they didn't mention Superman all the time
Yeah, they
in
do,
some weird
like,
way.
Every episode, there's some offhand
cousin.
reference. My cuz.
My boy in blue, the Man of Steel. It's almost like a wrestling intro.
Hailing from parts unknown, the boy in blue, the man of steel, the Iron Sheik. I don't know.
the Iron Sheik.
The Iron Sheik.
Oh God.
Superman.
Man.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Well, that's been
It's
that's
like-
been CW rant.
Well, actually, no. We still have one more CW
Oh, that's
thing.
right.
And this is a quick one. The character Vixen was first introduced on the CW Seed. It was an online
Yep.
thing.
Animated
It was
short.
there were like 5-minute animated shorts to introduce the character. The character eventually popped up on Arrow.
Yes.
They want to bring the character into the Legends of Tomorrow, the team, like the
Team
second
time travel
spinoff. Yeah.
spinoff.
Unfortunately, the actress who played Vixen, and I'm going to look up her name real quick because
That'd
I
be
could
pretty
do
crappy if we were talking
her
about
name
it. and didn't
is
know.
Meglin. Oh man.
Oh no!
It's Chickamwonky? That doesn't sound right.
That is a tough one.
That is, yeah. Meglin
Meglin
Meglin E. We'll just go with that. Apologies, but
Yeah,
she is.
seriously.
She's currently. She would be. She's unavailable to fill the role. So, CW is actually doing something really cool with this. Instead of going through and recasting the character, which would be kind of a crap move, they because Legends of Tomorrow is a time travel show, they're going back in time and getting a previous version of Vixen, because Vixen's but no, the Vixen is a legacy character. There's always one like every generation or whatever. So they're actually going to bring another actress playing a previous version of Vixen, just so they could leave the door open for
The current version.
the current version, this actress to come back and fill the role whenever she has time. That's a really cool move.
It's smart on their part.
Yeah.
It'll keep a lot of the people from complaining about it, and it makes sense because it fits within the character.
Yeah, it more than anything, it just makes CW look like a good company. Because any other company would go, well, the actress can't come in. Well, we don't like Terrence Howard. Let's bring Don Cheadle in. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edward Norton's hard to work with. Hey, Ruffalo, what you doing?
Hey, I like Ruffalo more than Norton anyway.
I do too. That was a good move. And I think I like Don Cheadle a little more than Terrence Howard anyway.
I prefer Don Cheadle as Captain Planet.
Yeah, everything's trees.
All I think it was Ron Don
Cheadle. Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Oh gosh.
Let's see what else we got on here. Do we want to open the J.K. Simmons?
Oh, the J.K. Simmons door? Yeah, let's bust
So
down
in
that
other
door.
DC news,
Yeah, which this is actually DC news. You're right.
Yeah.
Kinda. J.K. Simmons was cast as Commissioner Gordon
Yeah.
for the Justice League movie.
Whatever the next dumb
Yeah.
Zack Snyder movie
It
is.
it actually
Not Zack Snyder anymore.
might not be, actually.
This
Which I
is
guess
news
that might,
to me,
I guess
yeah.
that might be actual news, too. Yeah, he might not actually be
Yeah, I don't
part
think
of that
we ever
anymore.
talked about the axing or the creating of the new department within Warner Brothers.
Oh,
have
we
we?
did talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did talk about that. But that's
Jeff
Johns.
Geoff Johns. I always want to say Geoff Johns.
I know, right?
That's what his name is.
I'm gonna pull this
looks like.
I'm gonna pull this picture up so we have to stare at it while we're talking about it. J.K. Simmons has decided that he wants to get super buff.
Well, either decided or it was
was
asked
forced
upon
was
him.
forced
yeah.
to. Well, either way, some pictures have popped up online.
Man is ripped.
He is terrifying.
I think the beard doesn't help.
No, it's like Angry Santa.
Yeah. Oh man, we now live in a world where J.K. Simmons could beat us up.
Not only could he yell at and berate you in J.K.
In his amazing
Simmons
voice.
fashion, now he's got friggin' guns to just beat the crap out of you.
Now he wants pictures of Spider-Man and weight gain powder.
If you thought he was scary in, what was that movie?
Whiplash?
Whiplash. And now imagine if he was jacked while he was screaming at you about throwing.
It's just your personal nightmare.
It is. That movie, I could not watch that movie. It is my personal nightmare is a teacher yelling at me, and hitting me and like, ugh.
Well, now you wouldn't have to worry about it because he'd hit you once and you'd just be done.
Yeah, it just turned
You'd
to
be
a
dead.
fine mist.
Yeah. Like I told you guys earlier, it looks like someone shoved a bunch of tennis balls or softballs
Into pantyhose.
inside pantyhose or like sausage lining or whatever. Sausage casing. It's unsettling. And it looks like it's every day is arm day though. It doesn't look like he's working on the lower body at all.
I mean, well, look at the picture on the right. His guns aren't that big. And then you look at the picture on the left and like, oh my God.
He's got
Murder
that
Town,
gold
Gotham
band that
PD.
just makes me think of Ms. Marvel.
Now my question is, why does he need to get this jacked as Commissioner Gordon?
Yeah.
Why?
He's got to really fill out that trench
Is he
coat.
going to be like breaking necks? It's like Batman's not doing his job right. Crack, 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 crack.
Oh, God.
I'm Killmissioner Gordon now.
Yes! Yes! Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. But no, J.K. Simmons is terrifying.
Dang.
Wowzer.
Also, the fact that J.K. Simmons is getting jacked at 60, and I'm still sitting here with Hobbit Pudge.
Oh yeah, no, this is motivational. Sure,
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get this jacked at 60,
if the psychoanalyst from Law and Order can get this ripped in this short amount of time, I could do a couple of sit-ups.
I have no excuse for continually getting fatter and fatter.
Yeah, I mean, Juno's dad could kill us.
Oh man, just think if
The
he was like
farmer's
this in
insurance guy is now a liability.
We are from
bump dead.
punch.
Oh, I hope he does a farmer's commercial like that. Like he's
bulging out of his
he
suit.
just rips the sleeves off his suit.
What?
I need insurance for these guns. Yeah. Oh, terrifying. All right.
Good on you, JK.
Yeah, hey, you do you, man. Why not?
Need murder insurance.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah, we have time for one more here. So we talked about this a few weeks ago. Jeff Goldblum has been cast as the games master in Thor Ragnarok, and he's really been getting into his role. He has said that he's been diving into the character and like learning about it. So he's been reading old.
comics.
That means reading a bunch of comic books. But he claims that his character is a hedonist and a pleasure seeker, which
This sounds like Jeff Goldblum.
Which has caused every blog that's talking about this to use that picture of him from Jurassic Park.
that one picture where his shirt's open. Yeah.
Have you seen the Photoshop they did? They put Dr. Grant like laying on.
Have you seen the animated GIF of it where he's breathing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird.
It's real weird. But
It's my headcanon.
This is interesting. What do you think about this version of the Game Master interacting with Thor and Hulk and everything?
It sounds like it'll be pretty funny. Like,
And is he going to be 100% hedonism bot from Futurama?
One
that's
can
the first
hope.
thing I thought of.
One can hope. Bring on the chocolate.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to Thor Ragnarok.
yeah.
This might be the first Thor movie that'll actually be
Amazing.
super good. I mean, the other two were
I-
fine.
No, they're fine.
I like the Thor movies a lot. They're
I do
like,
too.
My more favorite.
But
of the bunch.
it'll be interesting having a Thor movie with less Jane Foster.
no
Jane Foster. She's
Yeah.
not in it at all.
and,
So it's gonna be like Space Thor.
and the disappointing loss of Kat Dennings.
Yeah, that's you take the good with the bad. You
Yeah.
gotta because I like Natalie Portman a lot. I think she as a fine actress, but
Sometimes she just isn't.
well, you could tell which films she is doing because she enjoys the project, like Black Swan, and the films that she is doing for a paycheck.
Like Thor and Star
Thor
Wars.
and Star Wars. Yeah. So I'm not sad by the loss of her. Kat Dennings, I'm pretty bummed about not getting any more of her.
Yeah.
She was like the bright spot in both Thor movies. She's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Meowmere.
Meow
Yeah,
Meow.
Mir.
Did I tell you that ended up in one of the comics?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Well, it's obviously the hammer that Cat Thor would use.
it is. That they called it Meowmer in that. So
Cat Thor's in Squirrel Girl.
yes,
It's
pretty
been
great.
I don't know. It'll be interesting seeing Thor interact with the rest of the galactic end of the Marvel spectrum.
at least a little bit.
Well, it's gonna have to because you got Game Master
Mm-hmm.
and he's one of the galactic ancients or whatever, like Collector and so forth.
And actually, Collector might end up in this as well.
Yeah.
Because they are, galactically speaking, siblings. And
Yeah.
I know that Benicio del Toro has at least a small role in this one.
I'm also excited for the possibility of the elements of Planet Hulk that they're talking about might be in Ragnarok.
That's more Mark Ruffalo talking about how he wants to...
He always talks about how bad he wants to do Planet Hulk.
I wanted to do Planet Hulk.
It's probably like the one comic series he's read with the Hulk. And it's like, man, are all Hulk movies like this? I want this.
Well, Planet Hulk is good.
Planet Hulk is very...
And World War Hulk
Yeah.
was good. But we won't get that.
Less so, but still good. Yeah.
We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could talk about this for hours, but we can, yeah. So anyway, you've been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you all for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
You can find us over at Facebook at facebook.com/Nerd Overload website.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
You can tweet at us at nerd_overload. And be sure to check out our YouTube channel, Nerd Overload TV.
Yep, and we're going to have more and more stuff go on there every day. Also on iTunes and Stitcher, and I think the Google Play Store. I'm not quite sure. That service seems to be really buggy. I'm not happy with it, but I think you can get us on there.
You can also listen to us every Saturday at 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. on 107.5 WZMO, or stream us online at WZMOFM.com.
Yep, and congratulations, guys. We made it 100.
For the 100th time, pizza out.
This show was sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes.